Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will be solving one LeetCode question. Sum of two integers. Given two integers a and b, return sum of the two integers without using the operator plus and minus. Example, here we have the integer 1 and the integer 2. We want to sum these two together and the answer is 3. But the tricky part is we cannot use the plus operator and the minus. How do we solve this problem? Let's take a look at another example. Here we have a equals 3, b equals 2. Sum of these two integers together will be equal to 5. But we cannot use the plus and minus. If we cannot use plus and minus, we can simply use bit manipulation. First, we will have to understand this symbol. This is exclusive OR. What does it mean? It means it will return 1 if and only if either one is 1 but not both. Let's take a look at the example. If we have 1 and 1, it will return 0. 0 and 0 return 0. 0 and 1 return 1. 1 and 0 return 1. So if we want to add 3 and 2, we can first transform 3 and 2 into bit first. 3 will become 0, 1, 1 and 2 will become 0, 1, 0. Why do we get 0, 1, 1 and why do we get 0, 1, 0? In bit manipulation, we have the order like this. So the first place will be 1 and the next one will be 2 and the next one will be 4 and then 8 and then 16 and then 32, so on and so forth. So this is 1 and 2, 1 and 2 together will be equal 3. This is 2. And to transform decimal number to the bit number, we can follow this order. We only take the place that have the value 1. So here we ignore the 0, but we take these two places, and these two places is 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 together equal 3. And here we ignore this place and ignore this place, but we only take the 2 here. So this is 3 and 2. When we use exclusive OR in bit manipulation, as I mentioned before, it have to be if and only if either one is 1 but not both. So in our case, 1 and 0 will return 1. 1 and 1 will return 0. And here we return 0 as well. This is perfect except 1 and 1 here return 0, but we also have carry 1, and in exclusive OR operator, it doesn't care about the carry. So we are missing carry, right? And what operator in bit can give us the carry? So we will use this symbol AND. So 1 and 1 will equal to 1. 0 and 0 will equal to 0. 1 and 0 will equal to 0. And 0 and 1 will equal to 0. So the AND here will return 1 if and only if both are 1. Let me copy our example here. So this one, 1 and 0 will return 0. 1 and 1 will return 1. 0 and 0 will return 0. This is good, except this is at the wrong place because 1 and 1, normally in bit, it will equal 0 and we have the carry 1. And the 1 should be at this place, not this place. So how do we move the 1 here to another place? We can use the shift operator. This is the shift operator. We can just shift it by one spot. So it will become 1, 0, and 0. And 1, 0, and 0, what is the number? What is the decimal number? So 0, 0, 1 should be 4. So this one is 4. And what about this one? 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. 1 here is 1. So 1 plus 4 will be equal to 5. Let me clean up our node a little bit. Okay, let's go through the example one more time. So our A equals 3 and B equals 2. So first we will get the carry. How do we get the carry again? The carry we will use the AND operator. So here will be equal to 2. Why it is 2? Because 1 and 0 will equal to 0, and 1 and 1 will be equal to 1. 0 and 0 will be equal to 0. 0, 1. 1 here is 2, so the carry will be equal to 2. Next, we will need a variable to store all the sum that we can get. So we will simply use a as a placeholder to store all the sum that we can get from our operation. So a equal a exclusive or b will be equal to, remember, or here is if and only if either one is 1 but not both. So here equal 1, here equals 0, and this one will be equal to 0. So 0, 0, 1 will be equal to 1. So here is 1. And remember, we also have to update our carry because it is at the wrong spot. So we have to shift it by 1 spot. And we will store the value in B here. So the carry shift by 1 spot. And we repeat the process until B is 0 or we have no more carry. So here is gonna be while B not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, we keep repeating the process, right? So this is the first iteration. The first iteration we have A equal 1 and B equal 4. I should put carry here equal A and B. And then we move to the next iteration. So now B equal 4, B is not 0, so we update our carry here. A will be 1, B is 4, 1 and 4, 1 will be 0, 0, 1. What about 4? 4 will be 1, 0, 0. 1 and 0 will be equal to 0. 0 and 0 will be equal to 0. 0 and 1 will be equal to 0. So we have no more carry here. So 0, 0, 0 will be equal to 0 here. And what about A? So A is 1, B is 4. 1 and 4. For the exclusive OR operator, 1 and 0 will be equal to 1. 0, 0 will be equal to 0. And 0 and 1 will be equal to 1. So we have 1, 0, 1. What is the decimal number? 1, 0, 1. So 1 and 4. 1 and 4 together equal to 5. So here will be equal to 5. And for the carry here, it is already 0. So when we shift it to another place, it still becomes 0. So for the next iteration, B equal to 0. So we break our loop. And we return A, which is 5. Let's code the solution. First, I will initialize carry as undefined. And then we will loop until B is not equal to 0. And here we will update our carry equal A and B. And A will be equal to A exclusive or B. And B will equal to carry, but we also have to shift carry by 1. We can either shift it here or shift it here. It does not really matter here. And at the end of the while loop, we return back A. Let's check the result. What is the time complexity for our implementation? For the time, it should be O of 1 and space is O of 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.